All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out.
Hey my loves, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rufaro. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm so happy to have you here, and I really hope that you stick around a little bit longer. Before we go any further, I just want to give myself a shout out to J.Cole. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, following me on Instagram. I see you, girl, and I just had to give you your shout out right here right now, because baby, you deserve it. If you want to get a shout out from me, you already know what to do. Just leave a sweet comment in the comment section down below, and you could get a shout out from me in next week's video. As you guys can tell, your girl's looking pretty, she's looking cute. I did my hair, I did my makeup, and I got my dress on. If I was to go on a date, I'm already ready, honey. And oh, I did my eyeshadow so well. I didn't want to record a 3-in-1 video like the hair, makeup, and the outfit, just because I feel like it's a little bit redundant. I have quite a number of those on my channel, so if you want to see me getting ready and doing my makeup and things like that, you can definitely find something on my channel already. But today I cut my crease. I'm so happy because you guys know I'm not the best when it comes to eyeshadow, baby. I did my best. It looks amazing in my opinion. So I actually ended up wishing I recorded it, that way you guys could see how I did it, especially to those who do struggle with eyeshadow and all of that crazy stuff. But anyway, today's video is just gonna be a really like quick little chit chat video, but I just want to tell you guys like how I feel about Valentine's, what my opinions are. Everything that I'm going to be talking about is about me, my personal experiences, and just how I'm going to be celebrating Valentine's this year. So if any of you would like to hear what I'm going to say, then you can keep watching this video really, and yeah, take what I say with a pinch of salt. It's not the be all end all. So let's get started. As I was thinking about Valentine's Day, I realized that I have a little bit, just a small little bit of Valentine's trauma that I experienced in high school. And I'm a very introspective person. I really love to dig deeper than what's on the surface. I like to really pick out everything, go to every corner, and really take everything out. So in order for me to understand what I perceive Valentine's to be now, I had to take it back to the moment that I engaged Valentine's for the first time, and that was actually in high school. So what we used to do was there was a charity organization club on our school campus called the Interact Club, and what they would do is they would host Valentine's Day by allowing the students to buy roses to their friends at different schools, or to each other on that campus, or even to their teachers and all of that stuff. And the money that they would raise from that fundraiser would then be sent to a charity organization. So that's amazing, everything right with that. However, everything in life, as you guys already know, has the potential to have both positive and negative effects on people, and I think for me it was a little bit of both. From the bad side of it, that's pretty much what I want to talk about for now really, is that it did put a lot of pressure on me in high school, feeling like I had to fit into this picture of being cool or popular. And I know for a lot of teenagers it's very difficult, which is why I really do feel like to an extent online school is actually a bit of a blessing in disguise, when you don't have to succumb to such pressures. But then at the same time, there's also the other argument where going to school was actually some type of little sweet haven for a lot of kids, where you actually feel like you get a chance to escape when you go to school. But that's a conversation for another day, and I want to stick to the plan. I want to stick to my points, because I know myself. If I don't give myself boundaries, I will get lost, and I will tell you everything, okay? But yeah, as I was saying, from my experience in my time in high school, there was no lockdown, so I did go to school. I really think that it just created this environment that kind of just was just the epitome of pressure, you guys. I remember myself, as well as some of my friends, we used to buy ourselves roses. That way we would make sure so that we wouldn't feel bad in case no one got us a rose. And I mean, it's cute, it's funny, you know what I'm saying, it worked, it's all good or whatever. Like, it's not that deep, I know someone might say, but at the same time, when I really thought about it, I was like, damn, that's a little bit, you know, just, I mean, if I did it now, if I was to have that mindset now, I would definitely feel like I'm a bit on the insecure side, because, and again, these are my opinions, don't, like I said, these are my opinions, okay? I'm not talking about anyone else but myself, okay? But I really think I would feel like that, because my perspective right now is I should be able to buy myself roses just because I want to, not because I'm scared that no one's gonna buy me roses this year, be it roses or gifts or flowers, whatever, I don't know, whatever it is that you are expecting to get. But at that point, that was something that was just so ridiculous. And I remember, you know, getting to a point where people wanted to have the most roses, like, because if you had more, then you were popular and you were seen and your name had to be called out after lunch so you could walk down the dining hall to go to the stage to pick up your roses. But it was very funny, and when I thought about it, I was just like, dang, we've come a long way. And for me to be the young lady that I am today, I just feel so proud of myself to be able to just reflect on my experiences and to be very honest with myself and be like, yeah, you know what, that was actually a bit wrong, you know, that was not the way to do it. And also be honest with myself and be like, hey, you actually did a really good job, because you don't want to crucify yourself, because I mean, the world's already doing that for you, so why should you be so hard on yourself? I'm sorry about the glare, the sun's going down and I'm using natural light, so I just need to wrap it up, okay? But yeah, I also, being a very introspective person, as I was saying, someone might be like, oh my gosh, that's the Aquarius in you, like, I'm always in my head, I'm always thinking, I'm always exploring, I'm always trying to figure out the questions why. And I remember one of my English teachers from high school, she always used to tell us, those who know how are at the mercy of those who know why. So I've always been very inquisitive, even up until now. I've always asked questions like, why but yeah, that's just like one part of what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so my perspective on Valentine's has changed right now specifically, and I guess the title of this video is literally what I believe Valentine's is to me. Loving myself is literally the perfect type of Valentine's I could ever have, because when I love myself, I believe that I get filled up, and the fuller I am, the more open I am to share. And you know, if I go about my day and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, baby girl, continue, baby girl.
continue. I love it. That's why I'm on this app. That's what I'm here for. Consistency. Let me go there and know. Continue, baby girl. I love it. Hey,
I'm able to do that for other people, and I'm not doing it from a point where I'm holding back love, because I'm able to give that love to other people, whether it's a compliment, whether it's a thank you, whether it's a smile, whether it's helping or sharing, or, you know, I don't know, just being kind and just sprinkling kindness wherever I go, and just having people feel happy and just feel good about themselves. I really do feel like that effect that I have on people is largely dependent on how I feel about myself and what it is that I'm giving into myself, because that's what I'm able to give out. And yeah, that's the reason why, you know, Valentine's to me, I'm not scared about Valentine's anymore like I used to be in high school. There actually came a point when I was just like, you know what, I'm done, I don't care anymore. I'm not even gonna bother buying anyone or myself some flowers. I guess at that point I was now like burnt out, almost like frustrated, where I was just like, I don't care anymore. But low-key, deep in my heart, I know I still cared. You know, when you're trying to put a front, when you're trying to be strong, but you know you are struggling, low-key, high-key, that's exactly what I mean. But now I'm just like, you know what, no, I'm just gonna love on myself. And how do I love myself? Someone might ask, like, how do you actually love yourself? How do you be your perfect Valentine? And perfect in quotations, because it's very subjective. This is my perspective and my opinion. Like I said, take what I say with a grain of salt. But I really think that affording myself the chance to reflect and to explore my perspective of Valentine's then and now, which is definitely going to affect tomorrow, is one of the most mature decisions that I could ever make for myself. Obviously, when you're thinking about how to love yourself, it's just important to take it back to that point when you first engaged Valentine's. Think about your mindset then, and whether you would pick up that mindset and place it on you now. Do you still feel like you would feel good about yourself? And for me, that's when I was like, no, I actually don't think that's a good way to go. And yeah, I was just like, nah honey, like we can do better than that. So something that I think would be very cool to do this Valentine's, if you would be interested in doing it, because I'm gonna do it as well, would be to write yourself a love letter. And just literally get a piece of paper or get your phone. One of the things that I think would be so cool if you don't want to write, although writing is better because it allows for your brain to actually think a little bit more, would just be to actually record a podcast for yourself. Take your phone, go into your voice memos and just record a love note to yourself, and just focus on all the good things about yourself, things that you love about yourself. One thing that I struggled with, and I talked about it in a video last year, was imposter syndrome, and just feeling like I was just very hard on myself. And I feel like it's a minor streak of perfectionism, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Sometimes, you know, we become very hard on ourselves that we don't realize how amazing we actually are to other people around us. Like whatever you might be going through, you might feel like, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. But then when you hear from others, from another person's perspective, they're like, dang, you're so amazing, I appreciate you, your energy is so bubbly, like everything about you is such a vibe. It's such a vibe. And think about how you make other people feel, like the people you know who genuinely love you, the people who really ride for you. Put yourself in their shoes and then look at yourself and be like, what would this person say about me if they were to write a love letter to me? And don't even do more than 5 points if you're finding it really hard, because I know that there's some people out there who find it so difficult to even answer the question, what are 5 things that you love about yourself? It sounds like a very simple question, but it could even be very difficult to answer if you really don't give yourself that time to get to know yourself, get to be in touch with you, and to be like, okay, cool, who is Rufaro? What does she like? What does she love? What does she love about herself? What does she not love? Because at the end of the day, I am human, right? But I really just feel good about me right now, and I think it's really come from the gift that I've awarded myself, which is just allowing me to dig deeper, get to know myself a little bit more without any shame, without any judgment, and really just being chill. And writing a letter is going to be so good, and you're going to feel so good after you write it, because I can just imagine that once you have all those compliments and all those good things poured into yourself, you're gonna find it so much easier to compliment other people around you. Like, one thing that I would really advise you guys to do, not that anyone even asked for my advice, but anyway, always expect the best out of people. Don't ever look at people and be like, you know what, I'm expecting the worst out of you, like, oh my gosh, like, you know. No, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes, we're all learning, we're all trying, we're all deserving of grace and love and support. And of course, use wisdom, because not everyone deserves to be in your environment or in your space. But at the same time, live in love. Really, like, live in love. I don't really have anything else to say to that. Another thing that is also very important to me is self-care, and I'm pretty sure you've already come to see that a lot on this channel. I love to get into the shower and just clean myself up, of course do my makeup and my hair. Honey, look at me, okay? Feel yourself a little bit, sprinkle yourself with some sass, okay? You are allowed to feel yourself, okay? I did my makeup, I did my hair, and I'm wearing my dress. This is exactly what I would wear if I was to actually go on a proper Valentine's Day date. But I mean, everything is shut down right now, so I'm stuck at home, honey. But that doesn't mean you can't do it for yourself at home. You can even have a little indoor picnic, get your grapes, your popcorn, your bubbly, some pizza and just sit there, eat your food, and just like have a movie marathon or something. I don't know, babe, but if you want some ideas for some things that you can do by yourself in quarantine or for Valentine's, or just how to love yourself and just be your perfect Valentine, whether you're on your own or with a partner, it's up to you. You can do it if you want to or not. I don't know. I've got a couple of ideas that I just don't remember right now but I know I wrote them down in my notebook and I'm gonna put them right there for you guys. So just take a screenshot and sit down and find 2 or 3 that you feel like you could do for yourself. But self-care is very important and it's definitely part of loving me. But I believe that self-care is everything that I do on the external front, like obviously taking a shower and making sure I'm clean. But I really do believe that the self-loving aspect of it, and I say loving because it's continuous, is more so on the internal perspective. So yeah, I believe it goes beyond bath bombs and bubbles. This is just me and my perspective, and I'm just sharing with you guys what I think about Valentine's and all of that stuff, and just giving you a few ideas of obviously how you could possibly celebrate and enjoy the day, whether you're a single Pringle or you're booed up. I don't know, baby, but it's up to you, okay? Make sure you have it in you first. Like I said, when you have it, then you're able to easily give it off, okay? And also, because you know what your standard is, because you know what you can give to yourself, I also feel like it's going to be easier for you to use that muscle to say this is not it, this is not leveling up to what I'm expecting. And you can only know that if you actually give yourself the time and the chance to really get to love yourself and get to love on yourself and to just be loving to self, because it will probably change as time goes on, and hence I say loving. Another thing that I really wanted to talk about is love languages. It's just so amazing. So in my very young adult life I've become more aware of my love language, or languages rather, and I think it's okay to go online and to find the love language test and just try and figure out like what the idea is, like what your love language is, and just get to understand yourself a little bit better. It will definitely help you understand what your expectations are from others, as well as how you express yourself to others, because love is also very much in connection with communication. Like, you have to talk, and whether you're expressing it to other people or you're receiving it as well. So you need to find the way you communicate the love to people. So one thing that I would definitely recommend doing, like I said, is taking those tests online. I've done them quite a number of times and I think it's fun, but I think I've come to know what my language is, although I'm open to it changing in the future. Like I said, I'm very open-minded. I don't ever like shut myself down to like one way and one way only, which, you know, I don't know, maybe that's not your cup of tea. That's okay, that's cool. But there's actually a book that I saw on Amazon and it has some really good reviews. And also if you guys have read Relationship Goals by Michael Todd, he also recommended that people read that book to get to know what their love language is. So I was just like, okay, cool. So I bet that's an actual really good book, and yeah, I'm gonna put it right here as well as link it in the description box so you guys can check it out if you'd like. I think that could be something you could, you know, give yourself for the month of February to get to know yourself and get to explore what love languages actually are. Maybe it'll help you appreciate the people around you even better, not only them but also yourself. And be open-minded. Obviously, you might get to do the test, you might see, okay, cool, my love language is quality time, right? And I, for one, don't just leave it there. I then trickle back to my childhood and I try and understand, why is my love language quality time? And I don't know, maybe you might realize that maybe in your very young years of life you might not have felt like that complete attention that you wanted from your caregiver, and maybe that's something that obviously you're going to be feeling as you get older. That's something that you expect because you never received that. And don't do the blame game. Don't even do that. Like, it will end up hurting more. Instead, just take it from the perspective of, I'm learning and loving myself, even by getting to obviously expose yourself to the why, which sometimes might be painful, but I mean, it will definitely help you understand yourself better, as well as your expectations and people around you. Oh my gosh, guys, I really hope you understand what I'm saying, okay, honey? Because I feel a little bit nervous. I feel like what I'm saying makes sense in my head. Please comment a blue heart emoji if what I'm saying actually makes sense, because I would really love to do more of this like virtual therapy, these like sit down chit chat videos more, as opposed to just my makeup and all the funny stuff that I give you guys. Like, I really want to get you to pick my brain. And the last thing that I have when it comes to just celebrating Valentine's and just enjoying the day and just keeping it lighthearted and happy would be to spoil yourself, babe. You think I was going to talk about all these things without mentioning that? Hey, who do you think I am? I'm joking. But again, spoiling yourself is also very subjective. I'm not saying go and break your bank. In fact, save your money, honey, okay? But I mean, yeah, don't deprive yourself of things that you like if you feel like there's something you definitely deserve. I guess, you know, do you, babe? For me, it really is having an indoor picnic. That is how I'm gonna spoil myself. So I'm gonna go get my little flowers and all that good stuff and just like have a little picnic, like an indoor picnic. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what's gonna make me feel like I'm spoiled. Do my skincare routine and have a little face mask on, and that is gonna be me spoiling myself completely. If no one asks you to be their Valentine, I'm gonna say it to you, baby. Happy Valentine's Day to you, sweetie. I really wish you a great day filled with love. I really hope that this video was helpful, lighthearted, and cheerful in some way, and funny too, because I told you guys about me buying myself roses in high school because I felt like, you know, if no one gets me a rose, then what am I gonna do? It's crazy. I'm joking, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm very grateful that you all tuned in to the first episode of Virtual Therapy, a new segment to my channel where we're just going to be sharing a little bit of raw reflections from Rufaro, and I'll tell you all my experiences, at least those that I'm comfortable sharing with you guys, because obviously I need to maintain my privacy, okay? But I mean, I don't mind sharing a little, and I hope that this was helpful to you. And yeah, happy Valentine's again. Do you, baby, okay? Rewatch this video if you need to hear what I said again, because I feel like there were some gems. I really do. Like, what? Okay, I think I'm done now. But yeah, make sure you leave a comment down below, something lighthearted, sweet, and cute. And also, if you have any suggestions for topics that you would like for me to address in the virtual therapy segment, let me know. Some of the things that I do want to talk about in the future are body confidence, insecurities, making friends, loneliness in university. I don't know, like those are just some of the topics that I'm going to be talking about. Of course, it's kind of like a girl chat, but I don't want it to just be for girls only, which is why I call it virtual therapy. But I mean, we heal, we grow, we soothe, we glow, you know. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, lovey. Happy Valentine's Day.